Hello, and welcome back to Flameborn Rebel Tarot. Right now, this message is going to be for my fellow Aries, and this is Flames of Love, is what I'm going to call it. These are the love readings for my Flameborns, and we started with Sagittarius. Y'all were the first ones. To get it started, to kick it off, because we just kicked off Sagittarius season. So now we're going to start with Aries, the beginning of the zodiac. And I'm an Aries too. So it's always fun for me to do these. So immediately, this was really strange. I've never had this happen before. But I started kind of tuning in to your energy, and I just started getting like all these words that started with an A, which I found kind of odd. So I started writing some of them down anyway. And the first one that I heard was analytic. Then I heard amiable, ambivalent, antisocial, anticlimactic, and then ascending. So really, I just write them all down. And when I start filming and doing this and tuning in and everything, I'm hoping that I can get a clearer picture of what it all means. But immediately it was like, it doesn't really feel like Aries energy. So it's like, I don't know, there's something going on with our flame, with our energy, because normally we're not super analytic. We're not like that much all up in our thoughts. Being amiable, it kind of says to me like, oh, I'm happy enough. I'm content, copacetic, whatever, which is not really normal either. Being ambivalent, that's not normal. Antisocial, really not normal. Anticlimactic. So there's something that's like boring us right now. Something in a relationship that you might be in, or a situation, or like a period in between relationships, maybe where we're feeling okay. We're not like super emotional or pissed off or anything. We're just kind of, ambivalent to whatever's going on, because I think what we're doing right now and why we're being antisocial is because we're doing some kind of inner work where we're kind of in like this like hermity phase, right? Where we're figuring things out for ourselves. And not that we're upset or mad or anything, it's just like, something that we have to do. And sometimes, we retreat into ourselves and, think all these things out, go through the pros and the cons. If you're anything like me as an Aries, it's like I could go for months just thinking back and forth, da 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 da. What's going to happen if I do this? What's going to happen if I do this? Do I really feel this? Do I not feel this? And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom. I just wake up one day and I'm done, or I'm ready to go. Like, it's like an epiphany kind of situation. And then that's it. So that's why I think ascending was the last one that I got. Because once we're done with that phase, that's when we ascend. We ascend more. Like, we level up is what I think that means. Like, yeah, we're all ascending. We're going through that process. But like right now, or in the recent past, we've been going through that like hermity, analytical, inside ourselves, trying to make a decision about something, which sometimes can take us a little bit, but at least we know that once we get there and make that decision, like, okay, we're out. Like, and then we're good. We've ascended out of it. We're then going to level up and start anew, whatever it is. We have to get out of that, I like to call it a limbo phase, which I really don't like. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I do not like being in limbo. It sucks. But I think it's something that we have to do and something that we have to go through in order to get to that last phase, right? So I don't know what that has to do with actual like relationships and love at this point in time, but I have a feeling that it has something to do with that. Maybe you're just going back and forth over a situation that you're in with someone you're connected to, and that's why you're in that. You know, you kind of close yourself off and go within and really try not to have any outside influences distracting you. Like, we don't even go and really talk to our friends about it, I think, a lot of times, because we have to figure it out in here, like for ourselves and in here. And so sometimes we will retreat into ourselves for a little bit until we can make that decision. Like, we don't even want to tell people that are super important to us about it until we know for sure, especially if it's about a relationship. Because once you do that, or you start telling them all the things that are going on, if there's things that are going on that are not so good, like, until you know for sure, like, those people are going to form an opinion, especially if it's your mom. I made a rule, like, until I know for sure that I'm going to leave a relationship or whatever, I will not tell my mom. When I tell my mother, or say you tell your best friend or whoever it is that's closest to you, your decision, like, they're going to form their opinion automatically. So if you decide at some point after that that you're going to stay with them, or you're going to try and make things work, but they already know everything you told them about why you were thinking about leaving or whatever, they don't have to lose that opinion of them. They're going to have a different opinion of them now because of what you told them. So if you decide not to leave, then that situation, those feelings that they've already, got about that person because of what you told them, are probably going to make things difficult for you and for them in the future. So maybe that's what you guys are going through right now. One of those times where you're just trying to make sure that this is what you want and not have anybody from the outside giving you, influence on the decision that you make, because you want to know that it comes from your heart when you make it and nobody else's. So, that being said, anyways, I don't know. I just have a feeling that I'm not alone in that, and that some of you guys out there have gone through that before, maybe more than once, like me. I'd love to know. Please tell me if that's if I'm just crazy, or if that's kind of something that Aries people do sometimes. All right. Oh, you know what? I think I've decided that I'm going to start doing these the way I lay them out. So this is a love reading for my Aries. So we're going to get some messages of love for you guys. See if we can get some insights maybe on what's going on with this, or this frame of mind that I think you guys might be in, just from those words that I was getting. And it was just creepy how they all started with A. I was like, Aries, ooh. feel like I'm on damn Tarot Sesame Street or something. I've never had that happen before, but what are you gonna do? I go with it. We just go with it here on this channel. It's not always gonna be perfect. All right, so I had a few that came out. I don't always take them, but I feel like I should. Okay, so yeah, yeah, this definitely kind of makes sense with what I was feeling. Reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. So this just confirms to me that kind of in your head, analyzing things, remembering things, you're going through the memories, going through, like I said, I used to make a list of pros and cons. And usually reminiscing is a positive. So this could be like representing that list of pros when you're reminiscing. Missing the good things and thinking about those. You're weighing things out in your mind. You're trying to analyze and rationalize and see how it makes your heart feel when you think about those, but then you think about the other side, the ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. So, here's a list of the cons of some of the parts that aren't so fantastic, some of the parts that you don't miss as much. And we're going through all of it in our mind, letting it all sink in, and trying to make a decision. And we're trying to be rational about it, right? But sometimes, then we're like very spontaneous people. We're very loyal people too. We're emotional too. We're very fiery and kind of, but extremely loyal and extremely loving and extremely passionate. And so this is what we're trying to figure out. Our destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. So we're going through, this is exactly what I was saying. Going through everything, the positive, the negative, thinking about all of those things, trying to weigh them all together and come to that conclusion of what we're going to do about a situation. Whether it be a relationship or not, right now we just happen to be talking about that. So this all fits. And then we're trying to come to our destiny, figure out if we're making the right decision, if we're choosing the right path. That's what we're trying to get to by going through all this and being up here for a while, right? So let's get a little what's the tea. You always gotta have the tea, right? I don't know. There's something about these cards that's like, just goes a level deeper sometimes. And we'll just see how many comes out. Like that one, 3 came out. I try to get 1, but if more than that comes out, then that's, I mean, unless like 10 come out, and I'm like, nah, no. Yeah, that's too many. That's my hands. Messages for Aries, please, Spirit. What is the tea for my fellow Aries at this time? Okay. That's a little bit weird. But hey, you never know. I'm going to get another one just to see, like, maybe there's a little bit of clarification on it. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. And sometimes things do have dual meanings and... All right. So, this is why I'm looking at this. Caught a case. Sexual infection, sexual disease, rash, etc. Which, I don't know, sometimes I don't always take this as being exactly literal. Something like this could have happened in your relationship, and maybe that's why you're in this type of energy. It could be very literal. Maybe somebody cheated, and something happened, and you got, an infection of some sort or whatever, and that's how you found out. Or, maybe it was something that happened before you, but still, when you started seeing this person, you were affected by it. And so you're not too sure how to feel about it. And so maybe that could be what you're going back and forth over. I don't know. But I also see like this bottle of pills here, which means that to me, it could mean some sort of addiction. It could mean, something that they're struggling with in that sense. Caught a case, maybe like a legal case, that maybe they got arrested. Maybe that, there's something that you're having like this internal battle with. Like, am I going to be okay with that? Even if it happened before you came along. I feel like there's something like morally that you're struggling with. Even if it happened before you met them. Like, you're thinking, is that a red flag? Is this something that I'm okay with? Even if you had nothing to do with it, but you know that it happened. So you're having a really hard time maybe rationalizing staying with this person. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm getting there. And that could be part of your struggle. And then this one says, played out. And there's people here running, like they're running a race. Like, I think you just feel like, well, you're playing out, and your mind is racing, like constantly about all this. And you're playing it all out in your head. So you've been in your head, like in this energy, this hermit energy that I was talking about. And you're being analytical and you're thinking with your mind right now, and not so much with your heart at the moment, because you feel like that could make the wrong decision if you just let it be all from your heart right now. You're feeling like you need to let your mind be a part of this. And you're playing it all out, like over and over, right? But I think you're getting close because you're getting tired of it, which is also like what I hear with played out. This is played out, right? Like, I'm so done with this. I don't want to be in this energy anymore. It's, I'm through with it. So I think you're almost there to whatever decision it is that you need to make. And maybe you already know what it is, but you still have just that little bit of, back and forth to go through before it finally hits. All right, guys. I don't know. I just kind of threw this deck out here, so let's see what happens. Messages for my Aries. What is going on with my fellow? Oh, okay. This is hilarious. This is why I don't edit all this stuff because funny things happen. Look, you're getting instructions. Maybe that's what I need right now. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you need some instructions right now. I don't know. Maybe we need some help. I can always use some help. That is pretty hilarious, actually. Spirits is not without a sense of humor. Out of all the cards that could have come out, too, I get the instruction card. That can't be by accident, now can it? Ooh, we need some help. We need some serious guidance, y'all. And don't be afraid to admit it. That's the thing. Like, don't be afraid to ask, because I know a lot of times, and we don't want to tell anybody else what's going on and blah, blah, blah. But you don't have to actually talk to a person. Like, call on your guides, call on, your, whoever that you call on for, your archangels, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever. You can talk to Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, whoever you feel comfortable. Archangel Raphael. Okay. So, I have a feeling like maybe this is just a little bit of confirmation if you're still stuck. Like I said, we just got instructions and they're saying move on. So, someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. Which could definitely mean just what it means. Whatever the situation is, like, you're ready to get out of this stuck energy, you're ready to move on, let it go. You're realizing it's a waste of your time, and you deserve better, and you have a lot to give in this world, and you're wasting your energy on whatever this connection or situation is. And maybe you were just waiting for that confirmation to get to your destiny and find your right path. It could also be just moving on from this energy altogether. Like, you got to get out of this. Whichever decision that you make, It's your choice, but you got to move on because this energy is making you antisocial. And that's not who you are, Aries. So you're not in the same energy. You're not in your proper energy because of this. It's driving you crazy. So it's either saying yes, literally, it's time to move on from this person, or it's time to move on from this energy, from this situation. Whatever choice that you make, you got free will. You will know what's right. You always do. You'll figure it out. But it's time. You've been wallowing in this too much and wasting too much of your precious energy on it. And I think you know that it's time and that you deserve better. Right, Aries? Okay, I think we're going to leave it there. And I hope it resonated. I always say I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your stories. Leave it in the comments, how it might have connected, what may be going on with you. I want to connect with you, find my soul tribe. And yeah, let me know what's going on, Aries. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and if you connected. And we will talk to you soon for sure. Have a good one.